Welcome to This Week in East Brunswick. Today we play ball with the boys and girls of the East Brunswick Baseball League as they kick off their season with a parade. Then we join Mayor Brad Cohn and members of the Township Council as they cut the ribbon at the grand opening of Liquid Hair Salon on Route 18. In honor of Local Government Week, we take a walk with the dock around the municipal pond as chiropractor and councilman Michael Spadafino shares some healthy living tips. The East Brunswick Beautification Committee hands out free plants to help make the community more vibrant this spring. All this, plus we have information about the upcoming New Jersey Folk Festival and a Lost Souls Public Memorial Project featuring poet Glennis Redmond. So stay with us. This Week in East Brunswick starts now.
My name is Corey Bastek. I'm the president of EBBL. We're here out at opening day, opening our season for baseball, softball, and buddy ball. We had a great turnout. Most of the teams were here, showed up. Also what happened, which was nice and a great change, was the high school teams came down to join the younger kids to let them see what, if they stay with their games and improve themselves, can become in the future. We start our parade every year over at Crystal Springs, led by the Brookview Fire Department. Also, our Veterans of Foreign Wars come down to present the colors. We had a bagpiper this year to help lead the parade. Mayor Cohen was here, helping out, giving some words of advice and talking to his constituents. We also have face painters here. We have snacks for the kids all day. We had Sparky from the Somerset Patriots down to spend some time with the boys and girls and get some picture opportunities.
We're today at the opening for the East Brunswick Baseball League, and very fortunate. It's one of these years we actually did not get rain. And interestingly enough, just as the Star Spangled Banner was being sung, the clouds went away and the sun came out. So hopefully that's a sign of a great season ahead. Really want to make a shout out and thank all those individuals that are sponsors these programs, individuals who run the program, individuals who volunteer their time, whether it's coaching or sitting at the snack bar or simply contributing an hour of time when they have. That helps make programs like the East Brunswick Baseball League such a success. And we just would like to see that level of volunteerism sort of really across the entire spectrum here in East Brunswick. It's a wonderful town. This is a wonderful program, and these are the ways that programs like these are able to be sustained for so many years. And hopefully our kids will see what volunteerism means and what that means for them in their own progress. And hopefully when they're adults, they'll do the same thing. So off to hopefully a really wonderful, exciting season for our kids, and couldn't be happier. So best of luck to all of our girls, boys, and in softball and baseball, and let's have a wonderful season.
The best part about baseball season for me is seeing the boys and girls improve from where they start in the season to the end. Baseball is not an easy sport. Softball, same thing. Very difficult sports. You fail way more than you succeed. So to have these kids be able to come out and get better as the season goes on is just really great to see. It's nice to see everybody out here having a good time, playing the games that they love and just having a good time. We post things on EBBL.org all year round, so any special occasions we have, you can certainly go and find them on our website. This year, our EBBL Cares initiative is partnering up with the Children's Hospital at Robert Wood Johnson and St. Peter's Hospitals. This initiative allows us to help the patients out in those hospitals. So for those that are suffering with whatever they're suffering through, we can hopefully bring a little light to their days. We will have drop-off sites at our facility. There will also be information on our EBBL.org, and you can also go to EBBLcares.org to find information out about what our specific initiatives are and what the timing is for those specific things. Okay, I want everybody in EBBL, EBSL, and Buddy Ball to have a great season, and it's time to play some ball.
Good afternoon, everybody. Let's have a big round of applause for the brand new opening today of Liquid. As a township, we are absolutely thrilled every time we open up another restaurant, another store, another enterprise right here on this corridor. Route 18, as most of you know, is a huge corridor for business. About 100,000 cars a day come up and down this highway. And what we're trying to do, and what we've been doing over the last 2 years, is try to reinvent ourselves in a world that shops and buys their food and buys their dinners and everything differently than we did years ago. And so our goal is to turn this into a corridor of entertainment, something that you have to get out of the house and be able to do. And when you do that, you eat, you play games, you get your hair done, you do your nails. You got to get people out of the house first. So as you see, over the last couple of years, this corridor is going to be a speedway. We couldn't be more happy. We have today Bill, who represents new business that's moving across the street to your new location.
Correct.
And I want to give you an opportunity to talk a little bit to the crowd about the business, where you're located, the hours, what you do, what makes you unique, and of course a big round of applause for your welcome back here in East Brunswick.
Thank you very much. So Lily, I'll let Lily explain the hours, everything like that. I had something special I just wanted to say. Okay. I would truly like to thank Mayor Brad Cohen for not only being here today, but for all his hard work and efforts in reinvigorating the social and economic hardships from this terrible recession. And it was bad.
Thank you.
And that's, honestly, thank you. The mayor aggressively has streamlined planning, engineering, and the construction process. I can personally and strongly tell everyone here today that I can state as a fact that this town went above and beyond to make this dream a reality. Specifically, I would like to personally thank, in the construction office, Diane Suratowek, Donna Goldberg, Debbie Biano, and I would also like to thank the inspectors, Richard Vigliotti, Steve Curtis, Thomas Walsh, and Joseph Sierro. Mr. Mayor and the entire town of East Brunswick, I personally want to thank you and let you know that I am forever in your debt. God bless you and the great town of East Brunswick, sincerely. And now my amazing business partner, Lily.
We open every fabulous day, making people beautiful every single day. So bring it on. Oh, the hours. We open every day and we close around 8. So bring it on. It's good. Good enough.
Not Mondays.
Oh, I'm sorry. We close on Mondays for a short time. Trust me. We will open Monday too.
We will eventually be open.
Yes.
And what type of services? What do they provide?
We will make people beautiful every day. We color, anything related to your hair, we can do it. So bring it on. Haircut, color, highlights, balayage, makeup, everything. That's our job, just to make it beautiful. Just come in and we'll be fine.
And
We take care of you.
We're right on.
We're on Route 18. 1031 Route 18 South. Unit 2. Right next to Sweet Berry Bowls and Arugas.
We are a team, so I just want to make sure that we give credit to the council people who are here today, who represent all of East Brunswick. We have Council President Sterling Stanley and Councilwoman Sharon Sullivan, all here to celebrate. I also want to know what you're putting in the water, because if I could drink that, I may grow a couple of inches, because it looks like I don't fit here. But anyway, with that having been said, let's do the honors. Okay.
Hello, my name is Dr. Michael Spadafino. I'm a chiropractor here in East Brunswick, and we are here today to work on health and wellness. This is an initiative that's being promulgated by the township and in coordination with Middlesex County to help people to be able to understand the benefit of healthy lifestyle. Today we are going to do what's called Walk with the Doc. And today we were going to walk around this beautiful pond at the municipal building, and at various points along the way we're going to discuss those factors which can help you be healthy in the long run, including nutrition, diet, activity, rest, and how to prevent inflammation. Too often in our past, we have relied on the medicine that we take in order to keep us healthy. That did not keep us healthy, and things have just gotten worse since. So now we are trying to move into the 21st century by really realizing the benefit of preventive medicine by being active and being careful of what we put in our bodies. That way, for the future, we will not need to take as many medications, and we will not be dependent on outside influences in order to keep our bodies healthy. So today is our Walk with the Doc, and our efforts are to try to educate the public and get us off the couch and on our feet. Well, what I do take also, though, is I take a probiotic every day for my gut health, because I want to make sure that my digestive systems are running well, because everybody says nowadays that your gut is your second brain. It informs your body what it needs and how it should act.
This program started in Ohio with one doctor, and now it's internationally famous. And we're proud to offer it here in Middlesex County. And it's just a great time to get out in nature and, you know, get some of your more pressing health questions answered that you might not get time to ask when you're in the doctor's office and you have limited time.
Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay. For more information, you can access our website at middlesexcountynj.gov. And we're also on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube also.
We started a beautification committee here in town, and one of the subcommittees, the one on residential homes, is sponsoring a beautification day today. And the benefit is to learn a little bit about some of the things that we could do in town and the things that we could do to help each other maintain our homes and make the town just a little bit more beautiful and appealing. And when we do that, at the end of the day, it's a more pleasant place to live, and home values actually go up. As an incentive for people to come out, besides the weather, we're giving away free perennials, which are donated by one of our local nurseries here in town, Pasquarello's, right on Cranberry Road. So really a great day. You could see a nice crowd of people that were out here. A runoff a little bit, some people who were at the library who were able to come here and take advantage of that. There's also a sustainability committee which we started this year, which is looking at climate change, our recycling programs, the ability to try to park in programs where we can get rid of styrofoam and single-use plastic bags, and put in more charging stations and try to make East Brunswick a beacon of sustainability. So both of those committees are brand new. Anybody who has any interest in any of those committees, please contact the mayor's office at 732-390-6810 or write to me at mayor@eastbrunswick.org, and we'll help put you in contact with those individuals who are running these programs. And we really are excited about the opportunities we have here and open our doors to more people being involved. All of these programs are designed to make people feel more comfortable right here in town, promote health, promote beauty, and to make East Brunswick that much more of a great place to live.
Hi, I'm Angus Chris Gillespie, your host on East Brunswick Television, and we're here today to talk about the upcoming New Jersey Folk Festival. It's going to take place on Saturday, April 27th, from 10 in the morning till 6 in the evening, rain or shine. It takes place on the Douglas campus of Rutgers University, specifically on the Eagleton Institute lawn, which is not too far from Sears. It's located at George Street and Writers Lane at the intersection there. And we're celebrating the 45th anniversary this year, so we're going to be focused on some of the best ethnic acts from the past few years. And I have with us two students from Rutgers University. We have Jacob Torpy and Ben Asher. Jake, what is your job on the Folk Festival?
So this year my job is to be the web and program book coordinator. So basically I run the festival's website, update it with all the performers, all the craft vendors we have, the food vendors, as well as create a program book for the website that has basically everything about the festival that year, all the acts with descriptions of them, so we never, lose the information of every festival, as well as I create a program sheet that we hand out at the festival for just like a little synopsis of what people can expect.
And is this your first year on the festival?
No, this is actually my third year on the festival.
Wow. What were your previous jobs?
Last year I did the food vendor coordinating, so I just contacted all the food vendors we had at the festival.
How many food vendors do they generally have?
We usually have around 19 to 20 of all different types of food, so everyone can find something that they...
And they're craft vendors as well, right?
Yes.
How many craft vendors usually?
We normally have around 100 craft vendors,
wow.
with all with unique folk art.
Cool. Ben, what's your job?
Yeah, so as Pineland stage coordinator, it's our one of our more intimate stages that we have, where we have mostly acoustic performances that happen there. So my job is to sort of facilitate all the performances that are happening there, and also sort of facilitate the veterans recognition ceremonies that will be taking place there as well.
So is it fair to say that this is more low-key than the main stage?
Yes, you could definitely have a lot more of an intimate setting there. Okay. And it'll be a really great opportunity for people to come and sort of enjoy the more acoustic music
so
selections.
These are sort of like workshops?
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, okay. Definitely.
So Jake, what are we doing about Turkey this year? I remember that was a theme a couple years back.
Yeah, I think it was actually 2 years ago. So this year we're showcasing Aytekin Senyalar. He plays the kanun from Turkey. He's a famous Turkish musician, and the kanun is kind of like a laptop harp. It has 72 tones, and it's a really beautiful instrument.
Sort of like a zither.
Yeah, exactly. So it's going to be great to have him at the festival performing his music. He's been doing it ever since he was a little kid.
In Turkey?
In Turkey, yeah. He took his father's and uncle's kanun classes and learned from them, and
so
went on to
it's a tradition that's been passed down in his family.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So he's definitely an expert, and he's definitely going to put on a good performance for the festival.
And Ben, what about bluegrass? What are we doing about bluegrass this year?
Yeah, so we have a great performer named Dan O'Day, a very multi-talented musician who plays fiddle, mandolin, guitar, banjo, stand-up bass, and also sings lead and harmony vocals with his band. Dan has performed live on radio with John McEwen and has jammed on stage with great stars such as Pete Seeger and Clarence Clemens of the E Street Band, Tony Trischka, Tom Paxton. He has a great repertoire that he has ready for us.
And I understand he's also the music director for the Folk Festival.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. He's a really integral part of everything we're doing at New Jersey Folk Festival.
You know what they say about bluegrass musicians? Bluegrass musician is a guy who will drive 300 miles to hear himself play.
Of course.
Yeah. Jake, what are we doing about Native Americans this year?
Yeah, so Native Americans was our theme last year. It's personally one of my favorite themes of the festival. And so this year we're having them back. We're having the Lenni Lenape tribe from South Jersey, the Powhatan tribe from Central Jersey, and the Ramapo from North Jersey. And we're probably going to have them do a panel discussion and discuss all of their traditions, kind of a smaller version of what the festival was last year. And so specifically from the Lenni Lenape, there's going to be demonstrations of drum making and the wampum weaving. The Powhatans are going to talk about how they suffered from their reservation being seized under the Christie administration. And the Ramapo are going to talk about their efforts in their language preservation that they continue to do today.
Ben, what about the maritime aspect?
Yeah, we have a great man coming in to sort of give an insight of the sort of maritime theme that we're having as well. Mr. Sanfilippo, who's a retired professor of maritime history who currently lives in Maine, will be bringing songs of the 19th century Sag Harbor and Greenport whalers to the John German Memorial Library during a program titled "How Many Tale the Music Tells." It's a very interesting program he has ready. He will be making music inspired by the experiences of whalers by using instruments such as banjo, guitar, and concertina. And he wants to open the New Jersey community to the world of whalers, who were, in fact, very complex people.
Oh, I'm so glad to hear that he's coming, because he's quite famous in maritime circles. I understand that he's often played at the Mystic Seaport in Connecticut with other talented musicians. So about this whole New Jersey Folk Festival, Jake, is this a club? Is it a course? How does it fit into the Rutgers curriculum?
We call it an internship. So the students, it's an internship. We do practice professional skills. But it is a class that we take once a week. We learn about folk music, folk art, and then the second half of the class, we do our little business meeting for the planning of the festival. So it's kind of like a half class, half internship.
Okay. Well, I want to remind our viewers, we're talking about the upcoming New Jersey Folk Festival. It's to take place on Saturday, April 27th, 2019. It's on the grounds of the Eagleton Institute on Douglas campus, which is the corner of George Street and Writers Lane. It's from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., rain or shine. It's free to the public, and we're going to be featuring the best of the past. Thank you.
Good afternoon. I'm Toni Hendricks, and I'm a member of the steering committee for the Lost Souls Public Memorial Project. I am also the chairperson for community engagement for the New Brunswick area branch of the NEACP.
And I'm Reverend Karen Johnston. I'm the minister at the Unitarian Society and also a member of the steering committee of the Lost Souls Public Memorial Project. And we're so excited to have with us today State Theater New Jersey's poet in residence, Glennis Redmond. Welcome, Glennis.
I'm so happy to be here.
Wonderful.
And Glennis, I mean, you are a poet.
Yes.
A poet in every part of the word, in terms of your vocation, your avocation, but you live in
South Carolina.
South Carolina now, but there's a very strong connection to New Jersey.
Yes, I have been the poet in residence at the State Theater for 11 years. This is my 11th year traveling from the Carolinas to New Jersey. And the engagement department there really like the work that I do in the community, and so we have really worked to bring poetry to the masses in Central Jersey.
Wow. I've heard a lot about it. I've got to get to the State Theater and attend one of your readings very soon, I promise.
We're so excited that you have come here to be part of or adding yourself to the Lost Souls project. And I just want to make sure that everybody who's listening knows about the Lost Souls project. It's a piece of our history that for a long time was forgotten, kind of whitewashed, but yes. It's something that's been that we're bringing back. And so it's about 200 years ago in 1818, there was this corrupt judge whose residence was in East Brunswick. He was a Middlesex County judge, and he sold away over 177 African Americans, some of whom were free, some of whom would have had their freedom here in New Jersey, but he sold them into permanent slavery down south to Louisiana and Mississippi. And we feel that that is a history that cannot be forgotten, that we must remember those lost souls back home. And we've been able to find, the project has been able to find so many of their names. In fact, a year ago, we had 85 of their names, and now we have, we know of 177 people. So we're trying to build a memorial.
Well, it's heartbreaking.
Yeah.
For one, when we talk about slavery, we don't mention that these were people who had lives and loves and sorrows. And so I feel connected because my ancestors were enslaved. And so this history is important because the past is the present. We cannot be disconnected. If we're going to move forward, we must go back and reclaim that. And people will say that poets are namers. And so to find these names is a beautiful aspect to bring them into the present day. And this is one reason why I think sometimes our young people are disenfranchised. They don't know the history. Everywhere we walk, I have a line, everywhere we walk is a cemetery. And so we must remember these names, we must honor them. And this is a work, it takes a village to do this work. So I'm so happy to be a part of this Lost Soul project.
Which brings us to the topic of our conversation this afternoon,
Yes.
which is our second reading of the names, the remembrance of the lost souls that Reverend Karen was referencing, on May 22nd at Baker's Barn, right here in East Brunswick. And I understand that you're going to be actually, during this memorable evening, that we'll have dinner and conversation and the reading of the names, but highlighting and spotlighting some works that you have developed, some poems you've developed specifically for the event?
Yes.
What was your process to do that?
Well, I've been commissioned, and it was wonderful when Reverend Karen asked me about it, and I said, yeah, sure, because it's a line, it's part of my mission. One of the things I was talking to her about, I was saying, what is the opposite, of remembering? And people will always say forgetting. And I said, no, the opposite of remembering is dismembering. And so remembering is a creative act. So it's really powerful to be a part of a community that is remembering, putting something back together. And so as a poet, that's what I do. I do some research, I'll read materials, but the biggest part of what I do is go sit still and let the muse, let the folks who did not have a voice speak to me. And that may sound odd, but that is the realm of the artist. That's the realm of the poet, to say, tell me what you want me to know. Tell me what you want me to say. And I do my best to channel creatively, put it on the page, and then bring it back to the community. That is the role of the poet. That's the role of the griot, the storyteller.
Excellent.
So I really appreciate what you said before about the past not being dead, that it's with us. And I think one of the things that is true is that we cannot tell history without art, right?
Yes.
For it to be engaging. And you also said it takes the whole village to be a part of this. And so we're really hoping that many people come to this event on May 22nd, where you will be highlighted, but where we hope that there will be many voices reciting these names. It's a powerful moment. We did this last year on the site where these folks were enslaved.
I saw the video, and it's a powerful act. I think we need more ritual and ceremony, especially around our enslaved people. And to say those names is a powerful thing. It charges the air, and we are changed.
So we are so blessed to have you be part of this year, and we are really hoping that all of you who are listening will save the date of May 22nd from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. at Baker's Barn. You can go to Eventbrite and look and buy tickets there. Tickets are $60, although if you spend $100, you get a specially printed broadside of a poem that Glennis is written specifically for this. So we really look forward to seeing you there. It takes a village to remember these lost souls back home.